Hey everyone, so this is my June 2011 monthly favorites, and there are some things that I can't tell you the favorites of. If I don't mention a category, it's because I jump around a lot and use a lot of different things. For example, lip products, I have a very large collection, so I don't like to get bogged down using any one thing, and if I do, it's because I'm really, really loving it. So I'm not going to be mentioning any lip products because I rotate them, and same thing goes with eyeshadows. I try to use a lot of my different eyeshadows, so if there's a category, that I miss, that will be why. So let's start with concealer. You know what I'm going to say, I mention it in every single video, my Essence Forget It Concealer Palette. This thing is so terrific, except if I have trouble opening it. The salmon peachy color I put under my eyes, and it does a fantastic job hiding my dark circles. Nothing is going to get rid of it completely, but this does a better job than anything else. And I don't really usually get acne, but if for some reason I have a pimple or a bug bite or something like that, then the concealer is very good. And sometimes I use the green one to cover up or try to neutralize redness. My chin gets very red, so some days I put the green on my chin, but most of the time I don't bother. Highlight, I say it in every video, my Ico cream. This product can be used for a bunch of different things. There's what it looks like, because I know I don't usually show the inside. This is basically like a highlight moisturizer. See, that's what it looks like. And when you put it on as a highlight, it's very subtle, but it's got such a nice texture to it. When you rub it in, it isn't overpowering, which I find most highlighters to be a bit too much. I don't want to look like glowy and shiny, but this gives you a more subtle effect. And if you have like a little dry spot somewhere on your face, you can just take a little dab and just rub it into that little dry spot and it will go away, because it's also like a moisturizer. But I wouldn't use it as a moisturizer though, because your face would be like, too glowy. For blushes, there are three that I more or less go back and forth between. My NARS Orgasm, I've always used this a lot and I still use it a lot. And I was talking about the NYC Blushable Cream Stick the other day. I have the one in Big Apple Blush. That's the only color that's in the permanent line that I think would be like complementary to my skin tone. They did have some others that were limited edition at one point, and I wish that I had picked them up when they were out, because they would have been great for me. But yeah, you can't get those. I kept thinking they were going to bring them back at some point, but so far, no. And this I wear a lot, and this is Essence Blush from the Surfer Babe collection in the color Big Wave Survivor. And it's just a bright pink. It's just a bright pink blush, and I just, I don't know, I really like it. It's so easy to work with, and it blends out nicely, and it's a pretty color. Powder. I don't use powder every single day, but when I do, I've been using my Essence Mineral Compact Powder in Perfect Beige. This is nice because I had been using the loose powder, and that just can get a bit messy if you don't tap off your brush enough. It goes all over the place, and this is a much more controlled sort of thing when you dip your brush in there. Or you can use a puff. Either way, it'll go on good. I've been using Revlon Color Stay Brow Enhancer to fill in my brows, and somebody had left a comment one time saying, "Oh, you don't need to fill in your brows, they look like they're fine." Well, actually, I only fill them in at the beginning part. I have like big empty spots at the beginning, so I just go right at the beginning there because the rest of them are pretty good. Sometimes I will go over the whole thing just because there are some other empty spots, but mostly where it's getting empty or sparse is right at the beginning of both brows. And I guess that happens as you get older. You start to lose your brows, so the best advice I could give you younger people is don't overpluck your brows. I never did. What I'm losing for brow hair is just like natural, but I've noticed that some people just go crazy plucking their brows and then sometimes that hair just doesn't grow back, so you want to be careful. Mascara, I jump around with that a lot too, but I've been using this the last few days, L'Oreal Telescopic Explosion, and I've been remembering how much I love this mascara. It is a little odd to work with at first because it's the kind with the barbell, but it really helps to have that weird shape because that way you are sure to get every single one, whereas if you use just a regular brush, it's very easy to miss the ones on the ends. So this is really good at getting every single lash. In yesterday's video, I think it was, I mentioned the Wet n Wild Color Icon eye pencil that I was using, and I said I would talk about it again in another video. All I was going to say is I got these pencils in the holiday kits. They're like the mini versions, and the first time I used one, it was so sharp and so pointy that it actually hurt to use it on my eye area. So I sort of just didn't even use it again after that. But then I tried it again, and I noticed that the more I used it and the more dull it got, the more I liked it. And I just priced the full size of these in the store yesterday, and they are dirt cheap. I don't remember the exact price, but the full size ones are huge, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't remember the exact price like I said, but they're very, very inexpensive. I have them in copper, silver, purple, and black, but I may pick up one in blue and maybe brown at some point. I'm not sure what the color range is, but they're really, really good for the price. I'm always surprised when I find things that are great, that are inexpensive, but I shouldn't be because price is no indication of quality, and the more that time goes by, the more I'm starting to learn that a lot of times when you buy things that are expensive, you are paying for the designer name and really not much else. Not to say that designer items aren't good quality, because they usually are, but it's more of a case of profit than anything else. So anyways, for a fragrance, I've been wearing pretty much every day this month. I've been wearing the Essence of Beauty Coconut Citrus, or Citrus Coconut. And you've heard me talk about this before, but I think it's been a while since I mentioned it, but oh man, that smells so good. And I had done a product review on the Dove Ultimate Go Sleeveless Deodorant, and this one says Pearl Finish, and basically this deodorant has moisturizers in it, and it just makes your underarm area feel really nice, which is, I think that women especially need this because they shave under their arms, whereas, you know, this wouldn't work out for a guy for obvious reasons, but you know, it's made for women basically. But yeah, this is a really good deodorant. It works well and it feels nice. Now for face products, you cannot go wrong with Cetaphil Cleanser because it like pH balances your skin. When you wash your face with this, I don't care if you have oily skin or dry skin, when you're done, your face is going to be clean and it's going to feel great. I've been using this stuff my whole life practically, and everything I've ever tried has always gotten pushed aside, anything else I've ever tried, and I always come back to this because it is terrific. And I've also been using the Cetaphil moisturizer, and I just finished this big huge thing. That's another thing, these containers are so, I mean, you don't have to buy the giant size container, but it's cheaper that way if you do. But you know, one of these containers will last you forever. But I just finished this, and I just found something under the sink I think that I'm gonna switch to and use that for a while before I go out and buy another one of these. Brushes. Remember when I bought the Real Techniques brushes by Samantha Chapman? I bought the eye set, and they were okay, but I like my MAC brushes better for eye brushes, except for this one. See this little smudgy brush? I didn't have one of these. And what I have been using this for is I've been taking, when I do my eye makeup, I'm taking whatever color I use in the outer corner and crease, and I'm using that as an eyeliner and smudging it underneath my eye as an eyeliner. And not every single day, because I did just talk about the Wet n Wild Color Icon pencils, but I like to switch it up and use different things. But a lot of times I do that, and this is perfect for that. So I'm not saying necessarily to go out and buy this particular one, but if you don't have a little smudgy brush, then I would strongly advise that you get one, because it's just a nice effect. And let's see what else. Nail polish. This month I have been steering away from the mainstream nail polish companies, with the exception of Essie. I still buy a few Essies here and there. But I have been discovering all these terrific nail polishes that cost like $2, $3. I have gotten a few disappointments with companies like OPI, and I'm sorry, but if I'm going to pay $8.50 for a bottle of nail polish, it had damn well better be good. I don't want to have any issues with getting a bad batch or anything like that. That's too much money to spend to have to get out my thinner and fix it. I mean, yes, you can fix it if you get one that's thick, but you shouldn't have to for that kind of money. I've bought tons of Color Club, Brucci, Funky Fingers, Shira Chameleon, what else? I've been buying all these obscure brands that are like $2, $3, and they are fine. I haven't had to fix any of them. And I think that's wonderful. So I've really, really been enjoying these lesser known off brands, and I think I will continue to do so, because instead of paying $8.50 for one bottle of polish, I can get 3 Funky Fingers for $5. And so the money goes a little bit further. And which one? The Bruccis are kind of thin, and so aren't the Shira Chameleons. Oh, and by the way, this one here is Blue Frost, and this one is not holographic like the one that I had on yesterday, but it is still very pretty, very unusual, unique color. Now the first coat is going to go on extremely thin and streaky, but then after you get that second coat on, that all goes away, and it is beautiful. Could probably use a third coat, but I don't have the patience for it. But you can sneak by with 2. I don't think anybody's going to study your polish closely enough to see if it isn't completely opaque in every single spot. But I really should be doing 3 coats where I take those pictures for that nail project thing. But anyway, I have no patience. But yeah, Blue Frost, very pretty, very unique. I'm really impressed with these Shira Chameleon. And then they also make some other brands too. There's a big huge display at Rite Aid. That's the only place I've ever seen them. Big huge display, and they've got 3 different lines. The Chameleon is one, Petites is another one, and I can't think of what the third one is. But it's all the same company, all different lines, and I'm sure that I'll be trying the other lines too at some point, because these are just terrific. And for my cosmetics pick this month, I'm picking Makeupalley. I have been having so much fun going on that site, and the only aspect of it that I don't use now is the swap section, because I'm laying off the swaps for a while because I'm trying to cut back a little bit on money and actually use what I have in my collection. I have so much makeup that that's another reason why I've been buying so much nail polish, because I'm trying not to buy any makeup because I have so much that I want to use it. So yeah, I'm not going to do any more swaps for a while, but I will probably do one down the road. One of you, I talked to one of you about that, so you know who you are. But yeah, so Makeupalley, go on there and have a ball. You know, it's free, it doesn't cost you nothing, and there's so many things you can do. I already did a whole video about it and told you all the different aspects about it, but boy, is that a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy it. I've been on there for a couple years now, but it's only recently that I think that I've been utilizing all the great stuff that is on there. So that's it for my favorites, and for products today, I've got my new shirt on that I got yesterday at Target. This ring is from Aldo's Accessories. These bracelets are from Forever 21. My watch is Style & Company from Macy's. This necklace is from Old Navy. And for products today, I'm wearing Makeup Forever HD Foundation, the Essence Forget It Concealer Palette, the Ico Cream Highlighter. My blush is the Essence Surfer Babe Wave Survivor. My powder, setting powder, is Essence Mineral Compact Powder in Perfect Beige. My eyeshadow primer is Urban Decay Primer Potion. My eyeshadows today are all Essence. My highlight is Chill Out. On my lids is Happy Hour. And in the outer corner and crease is Freestyle. And I used Freestyle as an eyeliner with the Real Techniques Smudgy Brush. Revlon Color Stay Brow Enhancer. L'Oreal Telescopic Explosion Mascara. And my lipstick today is Island Girl Long Lasting Lipstick in Hawaiian Dream. And it looks really, really intense in the tube, but when you put it on, it's, you know, a little bit more muted. And that's it, guys. That is my June favorites, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.